Hey, thanks for watching this video presenting the Super Starcore Shader. This is a project currently in development, and the goal is to make a non-photorealistic shader that's very artist-friendly for Unity. So I'm going to give a bit of context on this project. Basically, it all started with the Lightning Boy shader, which is another non-photorealistic shader, but this one is for Blender, and it was made by the Lightning Boy Studio team, which is made of 3 artists, and I'm one of the 3 members of that team. But the real mastermind behind the Lightning Boy shader is David. If you've ever watched the YouTube videos of Lightning Boy Studio, you probably already know David. He made a lot of awesome videos sharing tips on how to make non-photorealistic art in Blender, and he even made a video series explaining the logic on how the Lightning Boy shader is made. So yeah, David is the one that came up with the idea for this shader. And then there's also Kalupsi, a really talented programmer. He basically helped us package the shader into a more user-friendly product. So ever since we launched the shader, it's been great to see the reaction from a lot of artists out there sharing their creation and sharing how much they love to use this shader. But the most frequently asked question ever since we launched the shader has been, can I use this shader to make a video game, either in Unity or Unreal or another engine? And sadly, up until now, the answer has been no. That's because the way the Lightning Boy shader is made, it's using specific nodes that are inside of Blender. And the only way to recreate the same shading would be to rebuild the shader inside a game engine. So internally within Lightning Boy Studio team, we did wonder, should we make a game engine version of this shader? But honestly, it was kind of beyond our knowledge. We don't really know enough about how the shaders work inside of game engines. So we decided not to do this. And we always thought that eventually someone out there would take the logic of the Lightning Boy shader and make a similar shader inside of a game engine, and that would have been completely fine with us. Now fast forward more than a year later after the shader's launch, and I've been using this shader in all of my personal projects. I just love the shader and the workflow that comes with it. I find it super easy to have full control over my colors, my shading, and I basically cannot imagine using Blender without the shader anymore. And I have a lot of dreams. One of them is to make a video game with one of my good friends, SSU Blake. And him and I kept talking about how cool it would be to make a game using a shader with the same logic as the Lightning Boy shader. But sadly, no one came out and did that. So then SSU Blake suggested that he could be the one making a Lightning Boy shader equivalent in Unity. So this is something we also discussed with the rest of the Lightning Boy Studio team. And we even considered at some point making it kind of an official collaboration. But then it was decided that these are 2 separate projects and it's not an official Lightning Boy Studio project. So with that said, the project is being developed by SSU Blake, who's handling the bulk of the programming for the shader, and I'm involved more on the art side of things. You can follow both SSU Blake or me on Twitter if you want to see more updates on how this project is developing. And what's really cool is that once it got started, SSU Blake decided to go one extra step while making this project. So originally it was supposed to be just a standalone shader inside of Unity. So basically you import your model and you apply the shader and you tweak the values with the same logic as the Lightning Boy shader. But he saw how much I love the workflow of working inside Blender using the Lightning Boy shader, where I can apply the shader there, tweak the values, and adjust my modeling on the fly to really get the models looking exactly like I want them. So he decided to add an extra tool which allows you to bring a Blender file using your Lightning Boy shader creation, and then inside of Unity, it's going to rebuild your node tree and save you a ton of time. So I'm super excited, basically for all the artists out there that have been using the Lightning Boy shader and that love this workflow. You'll be able to import those creations inside of Unity. And for those of you who never tried the Lightning Boy shader, now could be a good time to give it a shot, or you could just wait for this shader to come out and shade your characters directly inside Unity. That's going to be possible too. So that's it for today's short presentation. In my next video, I'm going to go over how I made this title here. Basically, I used the Lightning Boy shader to shade these letters and really make them pop. It's super easy, and I had a ton of control. So the first part of the tutorial is going to be focused on the Lightning Boy shader in Blender. And for the second part, I'm going to show you how to bring this over to Unity, so then you can use it as a title screen for your game or something like that. All right, thanks for watching and see you next time.